Hey all, welcome back to the neighborhood. It's your friendly neighborhood reviewer with InToIt Reviews. So I've got something relatively brand new to hit the market, and as far as I can tell, I was one of the first few people to have their hands on one of these. And boy do I feel lucky. I still can't even find a frequency response graph out there yet. This is the Jade Audio EA1. I love the EA3, and like it, the EA1 has a FIO sister IM, the FD1. I've already covered the FD1 in another video, and I'll have an update on that video at the end of this one. So make sure to watch the whole video if you want to know more about my final thoughts on that IM as well. Both earphones have beryllium plated drivers and come with the same tips and nearly an identical shell. The main difference between the FIO variants and the Jade Audio variants is the cables and carrying cases that are included. The Jade Audio variants have silver-plated copper cables, and the FIO variants have monocrystalline lit copper cables included with them. In observing the differences between the supplemental packages in the EA3 and the EA1, it appears that Jade Audio has corrected some of their missteps. The pouch included with the EA1 is slightly larger than the pouch included with the EA3, and the cable seems to be nicer and less prone to tangling as well. So in all, it looks like Jade Audio is paying attention to their consumer and reviewer feedback. Unfortunately, the EA1 only comes in one color at this time, and it's black. With the FD1, they released a blue color in addition to the black color variant, and I was hoping that they might release alternative colors for the EA1 as well. But alas, black is all we get at this time. Hopefully they will release a different color from the teal blue that the EA3 and FD1 have. I'm eager for a purple, a white, or a green variant myself. Regarding the sound, for $30 to $40, these are mind-blowing, keeping their price in mind. I'll include a link to Amazon down below. In my FD1 review, I described the EA1 as like a really good bookshelf speaker. It's tight and well controlled with great imaging, but in this case it emphasizes mids and vocals particularly well. And in this review, I'm mostly sticking with that description, but I'll be filling in all the details. Based on other reviews of the FD1, when I first received my EA1, I expected it to have a large bass and lean towards a brighter presentation. But I was surprised to find that the bass of the EA1 was actually rather tight and focused more on a mid-bass hump, which is punchy and somewhat one-note sounding. Switching to the included breadboard tips increases the depth and extension of the bass presentation, but only mildly so. There's significantly less bass presence, impact, and sustain here than in the EA3. Instead, the bass is more linear than boosted here. These are also a early mid-forward set to my ears. Vocals and guitars are prominent instruments on tracks, and with some mild aggression and energy to them as well. It borders on shout, but never seems to cross the line offensively. Treble has some good air to it, but it's apparently rolled off as well. Highs are more full-bodied in comparison to the EA3, but there is also less treble extension here. A strength to this set is that it images very well, and instruments are separated well and very distinctively within its stage. The sound isn't super duper wide, but it does have some depth and good height to it. Layering characteristics are significantly above average. This was displayed prominently on the song by the Trap Cartel, Run Up In Your Trap. I also find that the sound is rather immersive. Does it keep up with something like the Final Audio B3? No, but for this price, immersion is excellent. Timbre is slightly warm neutral, and yet another strength of this set is the detail and resolution for its price. For a single dynamic driver, I'm hard pressed to think of anything that I've heard that is more resolving under $100. Transience and decay is also excellent, and adds to both its detail retrieval and immersive character. RHA dual density tips were the best match for this set, and are a must-have for $5 extra ordered directly from RHA. It smooths out a bit of this set's mid-forward nature and provides a bit more sub-bass extension, which I find most enjoyable with the EA1. While I normally take a medium-sized tip, the RHA tends to run on the small side, so large fits me best here, which is something you'll want to note if you plan on ordering a set. This is also my favorite tip at the moment for the Moondrop SSR, as it produces similar outcomes for that IEM. In summary, I think that Theo has produced another winner in its Jade audio lineup. Like I said in the FD1 video, the EA1 bests Theo's own beryllium-coated, single dynamic driven IEM in direct competition. The tonality of the EA1 is simply superior in comparison to the FD1, even if the FD1 stage is somewhat more expansive. Regarding an update of the FD1, after burn-in, the new set is better, but all my opinions and assertions about the FD1 have remained unchanged, so there really is no need to make a follow-up video beyond this one here. In comparison to the EA3, the EA1 is more detailed, but less extended and emphasized at each end. Some people found the EA3 to be too bright or bombastic, and this IEM might be aiming to correct that with a mid-forward vocal push. But in my opinion, both Jade Audio IEMs are fantastic for their price. Anyhow, I hope that you join the neighborhood by subscribing here, and also by following the channel on Instagram and Twitter as well. There will be another COS KSC75 giveaway at the 1,000 subscriber mark. Furthermore, keep an eye out for initial reviews, which will often hit the blog first. I will place a link to all of the neighborhood access points in the description below. Amongst these will be a link to the Patreon as well. The Patreon is only $1.50 a month, and it will get you early access to future blog reviews. I'd like to use the Patreon money to fund future IEM purchases just like this one. So if you're interested in what comes next, make sure to show your Patreon support. Again, links will be placed in the description below, so big things are happening in the neighborhood. But I'm out for now.